When serial killers are caught, tried, convicted and executed, their final words are recorded for history. In many cases, such words are mundane, but some of the worst criminals also come out with some of the most interesting last words.
Number 5.
Peter Kürten was a German serial killer known as both the Vampire of Dusseldorf and the Dusseldorf Monster. He was charged with 9 murders and 7 attempted murders, to which he eventually pleaded guilty and was sentenced to death by beheading. His final words gave insight into his psyche when he said, "Tell me, after my head is chopped off, will I still be able to hear, at least for a moment, the sound of my own blood gushing from the stump of my neck? That would be the pleasure to end all pleasures."
Number 4.
James French killed comparatively few people to others on this list, but his last words really stood out. He was already in prison for life for killing a motorist while hitchhiking, and he wanted to die. Allegedly though, he was afraid to commit suicide. Instead, French murdered his cellmate in order to compel the state to execute him. They complied and sentenced him to death by electric chair. His final words were a joke, literally. He said, "How's this for your headline? French fries."
Number 3.
George Appel was equally pun-happy in his final moments. Appel was convicted of first-degree murder for killing a police officer in New York City in 1928. The court sentenced him to death by electric chair. While being strapped to the fatal device, he laughed to the officers. Well, gentlemen, you're about to see a baked apple. This kind of comment reveals the psyche of a psychopath. They often don't care about themselves, much less their victims.
Number 2.
Carl Panzram was a serial killer who claimed 21 murders and was sentenced to death by hanging. While the noose was being put around his neck, he spat in the executioner's face and declared, "I wish the entire human race had one neck and I had my hands around it." When asked by the executioner if he had any last words, Panzram barked, "Yes, hurry it up, you Hoosier bastard. I could kill a dozen men while you're screwing around."
Number 1.
Aileen Wuornos killed 7 men in Florida. She claimed that all of them was self-defense, but she was eventually convicted and sentenced to death by lethal injection. Her last words were, "I would just like to say that I'm sailing with the Rock and I'll be back like Independence Day, with Jesus, June the 6th, like the movie. Big mother ship and all, I'll be back, I'll be back." She claimed she was of sound mind, but those last words perhaps suggest otherwise. Check out more of my videos and subscribe if you're a fan. Thanks for the support and I'll see you next time.